take a look now at the men's Omnium. Keep up, tell you what's going on here. This is the individual pursuit event. This is Elia Viviani, who is on the track against Beer of Switzerland, and Elia Viviani setting a fastest time, 4:24.500. Elia Viviani, a fantastic road rider, of course. And this is Bobby Lee of the United States of America on the right-hand side. Bobby Lee getting into his stride. And the Colombian rider, Juan Arango. Bobby Lee leading. And looking very, very good in this individual pursuit, 4,000 meters on the track. He is setting some pretty fast times. He's second quickest so far on the track, and he of course wants to get up there into first place if he can. Bobby Lee of the United States of America now catching Juan Arango as we head in towards the final 250 meters. He's well ahead. Closing in now on the Colombian rider. Got a little bit of a carrot to catch, and Bobby Lee with just a final little bit is going to catch the Colombian rider right on the line. 4:16.715 for the American rider, which is a great time. 4:16.715, one of the fastest individual pursuits we have seen for a while. The world record, of course, held by the Australian Jack Bowbridge, 4:10.534. This is the New Zealand rider, Cameron Kowalski, and the German rider, Lucas Liss, up on the track now to try and beat that time of 4:16.715. The New Zealanders have got a great team now of pursuiters, team pursuiters and individual pursuiters.
6-1, let's go!
3:2.50. Those are pretty space-like mitts, aren't they, those silver track mitts? Must cut through the air nicely. Lucas Liss then heading towards the last 500 meters now of this performance.
6-1.
Looking good. He's got to pick it up a little bit. 4:16.715 the time to beat. I don't think he can get close to that, but he's looking strong so far. Liss is fastest on this track right now. Kowalski a little bit further on down, but Lucas Liss now accelerating. Almost robotic, those track mitts, aren't they? Little nice silver space material. Hitting the line, 4:22.863, second fastest. Bobby Lee the fastest in 4:16.715. He beat any other rider by 6 seconds. That's a very, very impressive performance. There's the confirmation then. Bobby Lee wins, Lucas Liss in second for Germany, Elia Viviani of Italy in third place. The rider, of course, has won stages of races like the Tour of Beijing. Mechanics very, very busy in the center of the track. And we turn our attention very quickly now to the men's Omnium elimination race. 20 riders taking to the start. And right on the back is the Venezuelan rider who has been eliminated. That's Maximo Rojas. First rider to be eliminated from the group of riders. Bit tight in there, isn't it? Right at the back now is Great Britain's Jonathan Dibben. Comes from Southampton, where I come from. He's eliminated, so not on top of his form. His hair's getting longer every time I see him as well. Right at the back of the group then, Vivian Brisset, the young French rider, who looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. He is eliminated. So the French rider disappears out of the group there. And who's going to be eliminated next from the string? Really close at the back, but it's Juan Arango of Colombia, who is eliminated that time. So you get the idea, every lap we get one rider eliminated, every couple of laps eliminated, and then we go all the way down to the finish between the last riders left on the track. Kasper Pedersen of Denmark, the next rider to go. You notice they've got the little orange box that they have on the handlebars, which lights up. It shows them they've been eliminated. And right at the back of the group there, Olivier Beer of Switzerland is the next rider to disappear out of the group. Nice flashing orange light on the handlebars there, tells him he's got to go. And now it's getting a little bit close in here. Ooh, a little bit tight between those riders. And there's Spanopoulos of Greece, who was in a little bit of difficulty, too late to try and get back into the group. So Ioannis Spanopoulos of Greece is now eliminated from the string of riders. Spanopoulos doesn't really want to leave though, but you'd wonder, you've got a flashing orange light right in front of you, you'd wonder why you wouldn't pull out. Well, the Hong Kong China rider, King Lok Chung, is now out of the race. And we're getting down towards the business end of things with a few riders left in. And another rider in difficulty is Wao Liu of China, wearing number 8. Well, the German rider trying to go around the outside, that's Lucas Liss, to overtake, and does so. So the next rider who is going to be taken out, I think, was a New Zealander, Cameron Karwowski. I've heard that the new facility the New Zealanders have down there for training is absolutely stunning. Got all their facilities now in the same place. They've got the velodrome. I think we're going to see the New Zealand performances getting better and better. The Japanese rider then, Iya Hashimoto, is eliminated from the group. Can't believe how big Japanese cycling, though, is getting. Spent a little bit of time in Tokyo before the Saitama Criterium, and Japanese cycling is absolutely huge. The amount of fans is incredible. Mauro Ricchesi of Argentina is eliminated. 8 riders now left on the track. The Saitama Criterium, there was hundreds of thousands of people by the roadside. The Japan Cup of the weekend before was massive on the road, as we see František Sisa of the Czech Republic now eliminated as well. Real tussle now going on. One rider at the back is in a little bit of trouble, and it looks like Bobby Lee just overtaking the rider at the back there. That was Gideone Monteiro of Brazil. But Bobby Lee looks to me like he's in a little bit of trouble now, starting to hurt. Maybe after that individual pursuit effort, which was very, very good indeed. So the rider in the Stars and Stripes from the United States of America is now taken out of the string and is eliminated from the race. This is getting a little bit close now. 5 riders left on the track, and it's Elorriaga of Spain. 4 riders left. Roman Shishku, Glenn O'Shea, Lucas Liss and Elia Viviani are the 4 riders who are now left in here. And it's the Belarusian on the front in the green, white and red. Shishku alongside Glenn O'Shea. O'Shea of Australia, and the Belarusian there is eliminated. Roman Shishku. So he'll finish 4th. And Lucas Liss on the wheel of Elia Viviani. Viviani now going to ride for Team Sky in 2015. previously rode for the Cannondale squad, which of course is merging now with the Garmin Sharp team and will become Cannondale, I think. The rider now eliminated, Lucas Liss of Germany. So 2 riders left on the track, Glenn O'Shea and Elia Viviani. Glenn O'Shea, of course, a stunning bike rider on the track here. We'll see whether he can dismiss Elia Viviani. Glenn O'Shea moving around, trying to get rid of the fast sprinter here. Glenn O'Shea, the 2012 world champion, now accelerating. Viviani looking really strong as he accelerates away. Viviani's had a long road season and he's right on the top of his game. He wins the elimination race. Then of the men's Omnium elimination race, Viviani wins, O'Shea in second, Lucas Liss in third place. As we run through the rest of the places. Well, I hope you're enjoying our coverage of the competitions here in Guadalajara. We will bring you the men's sprint finals, we'll bring you the team pursuit, the men's team pursuit also, the women's keirin. Here is the men's Omnium points race as we join it live. And it really is pretty fast so far. Here's the rundown of who's taking part. Of course, we know that already because we've seen them in the elimination race. Some pretty big attacks going on here at the front. And Glenn O'Shea looking strong with Viviani on his wheel. Bobby Lee in third place. So a group of 6 riders just off the front of the race at the moment. And the Japanese rider just stretching his legs a little bit, Aya Hashimoto. Looking around, and here are the current standings. So it's Liss who is leading with 162. Lee is also there with 153. Viviani with 143. It's very close. And Glenn O'Shea of Australia there with 141. Many riders in with a chance of winning this. 6 sprints have gone past of the 16 sprints that we're going to see in this race so far. And an attack going on at the front. So Lucas Liss is the leader with 162. Bobby Lee with 153, Viviani with 143, O'Shea with 141. So it's still anyone's race as we carry on with this points race. 20 minutes of racing have gone.
Results for sprint number 7.
Sprint number 7 then goes past.
3 points for Belarus, 2 points for Spain, and 1 point for Japan.
And it was the Colombian rider, Arango, who took that. And it looks like he's also continuing at the front of this race, may well be about to take a lap here. And coming round to join the back of the string is the Colombian rider. And more riders trying to get across to take a lap as well. 20 points for taking a lap in the points race. 86 laps of this points race left to go. And on the front is the Spanish rider, Eloriaga, looking around, but a couple more riders are getting ominously close to taking a lap. Another big group of 5 also trying to get across, and the French rider here making a move is the rider there in the blue. That's Vivian Brise. So this Omnium competition now totally different to what it was before. So you accumulate your points, and then at the end of the night you score all the points in the points race, bring you further and further up the table or drop you down depending on how you are feeling in the final race of the night. So previously we used to have the flying lap as the final race of the Omnium, but it means that this points race has significance, a real significance now in terms of its counting towards the Omnium competition. It is the most important race now, and tactically very, very important. Another attack at the front. It's the Brazilian rider who's trying to go clear, and this is Gideone Monteiro. With 81 laps to go, he's coming up to the 8th sprint of the night, and he may well be going across here to take the points, which he does. And now we'll see who behind is going to take the other places. Liss takes points, so does Viviani, and so does Bobby Lee. So an important moment there. Well, that means Liss is going to go to 165 points.
3 points for Germany, 2 points for Italy,
and Viviani is going to move up to 145. And Bobby Lee is going to go to 154 in terms of the overall contest. So Lucas Liss still the leader of the overall 6 rounds of Omnium at this moment in time.
159 llega a los Estados Unidos, 154 Chicago, Bielorrusia, 151 y que viene en el quinto lugar en Italia, 140.
7 more laps to go as the Brazilian rider looks like he may well be about to take a lap as well, Monteiro. See the back of the string of riders, he just needs to keep the acceleration on as much as possible. And the Japanese rider, Hashimoto, looking around to see if anyone is prepared to go with this attack as well. And the Brazilian rider just dropping back a little bit. It looked like he would take a lap, but it looks like now he is starting to pay for his effort as we see the acceleration of the peloton. Slowly but surely they are reeling him in. On the wheel is the Swiss rider, and the Swiss team represented here in this race by Olivier Beer. Coming up down towards the next sprint of the night, and by my reckoning, Lucas Liss is still the leader with 165 points to Bobby Lee's 154 and Viviani's 145 at this moment in time. Glenn O'Shea should still be sitting there in 4th place. 141 points, so he needs to get himself up there on the leaderboard as 4 riders now go clear, and they're being led by Eloriaga, who looks like he's going to race across the line first. So Beer takes the 2nd place, Hashimoto and Monteiro. That won't affect the standings too much. It looks like now we've got 5 riders at the front. Eloriaga, Beer, Hashimoto and Montero. One other rider is in this group and they could be racing across now to take a lap. And Hashimoto is now the leader of this points race, we're being told, with the number of points he has accumulated so far. .68 laps to go. Hashimoto leading this group around. Eloriaga on his wheel. They look like they could be taking a lap here. 67 laps to go. And Eloriaga is giving it full beans on the front. So on his wheel is Olivier Beer of Switzerland. Now they're all combining. Lots of attacks happening off the front of the peloton because this peloton do not want these riders all to get on now and take 20 more points. Olivier Beer very heavily strapped on his left knee there, you'll notice, with the blue taping that you can just pick out on the left knee just below the shorts. Hashimoto coming up now to take another lap. Olivier Beer goes through in second place there, but looks like we're going to have 6 riders who may well be about to take this lap, and it's going to be very, very important. The peloton are in full cry, and the peloton is deemed as the biggest group of riders on the track at any one time. There was a lot of confusion in the World Championships in Cali when the one team was reduced down the standings because another squad had taken a lap on the biggest group on the track at the time. This is a very, very dangerous group. There's the biggest group on the track. They're just in front now of these 6 riders. Coming up to the next sprint, if they're intelligent, they will wait until the sprint. They'll take the points. And Lucas Liss is in this group. Very important for him. I think he is. Let's just double check. In fact, no, it's a Colombian rider. So it was Esteban who takes the 4th place there. Hashimoto takes 3rd. So Eloriaga takes 5, Beer takes 3, Hashimoto takes 2, and Esteban takes 1 point in that sprint. Very important, and it looks like they are now taking the lap. Hashimoto is the leader of this points race now. He's taken 2 laps on the field. 40 points accumulated by Hashimoto. 58 laps to go. Still to me though, Lucas Liss is the leader of this Omnium overall. Lee in 2nd. Viviani, I think, should still be in 3rd place. Glenn O'Shea, we haven't seen sight or sound of the talented Australian rider. There he is though, right on cue, comes to the front. Want to see if he can go on the attack here to try and score some points. If he can take a lap, he'd go right up to almost on par with the points of Liss. .55 laps to go. It's going to click down very, very quickly. Don't go away because we're going to bring you the men's sprint finals. We're going to bring you the team pursuit for the men, and then the women's keirin. We'll also bring you that. If you're an Australian fan, of course, Anna Mears will be racing in that to try and take the title. Lots more to come before the end of tonight's racing. Bobby Lee, that is a great country and western name, isn't it? Off the front here, he could almost be a country singer. Racing well around the bottom of the track. Bobby Lee now going clear to try and take his lap if he possibly can. This is a very important moment. If he can take the 20 points here, he will go top of the leaderboard. And he's certainly going to get another 5 points, which is going to put him on 159. So Bobby Lee takes 5 points. In second place, we'll find out who Liss needs to score some points here. In second place was Pedersen, and Viviani took some points, and Rocas took some points. Well, that means that the position should be Liss on 165, Lee with 159. Viviani will score a couple of points there, and Glenn O'Shea will still be down on 141. Meanwhile, Hashimoto is still leading the points race, but to be totally fair, it doesn't really matter. What matters is who's winning the Omnium overall, and really we want to know who is the captain on the track, who's the leader overall of the actual race. 47 laps to go, and Bobby Lee is getting pretty close now to taking these 20 points, and if he does, he will lead this Omnium competition, and he's getting very, very close to doing it now. And then we're going to see a volley of attacks, I'm pretty sure. Bobby Lee is going to come round. If he can catch the back of the group here, he will take 20 more points. Bobby Lee of the United States is now the leader of the Omnium. And immediately Lucas Liss goes on the attack. 179. By my calculations are the points for Bobby Lee. Lucas Liss in 165, who now has to get a lap, so he is going. And here goes Glenn O'Shea of Australia, the 2012 world champion. He's now sensing the chance to get rid of Viviani as far as the points are concerned. So Lucas Liss and Glenn O'Shea, very dangerous duo now on the front of this race. Lucas Liss giving this full beams as Glenn O'Shea goes through to take his little bit of pacemaking on the front, the Australian rider, trying to take another 20 points here, which would put him on 161. It would mean he'd be very close to the bronze medal position. 42 laps to go. The bell goes with 1 lap to the next sprint for O'Shea and Liss. But they're going to hold back a little bit. They'll take the points, and then they will take the lead as well, as Liss sprints and takes 5 points. And Glenn O'Shea was there in second place, so he'll be on 144 by my reckoning, but now he's taken another 20 points. So the positions, as far as I think, and I'm working these out very, very quickly, without any of the computer assistance or anything. Liss is on 190, Lee is on 179, O'Shea is on 164, Viviani is, I think, now on about 147. So those are the top 3 places in this points race, as far as the Omnium standings are concerned. And this last points race, it doesn't really matter who wins the points race. It's all down to who wins the Omnium overall. It's about scoring as many points as you possibly can. It's not about winning the actual points race itself. Well, thanks to all of you for joining me for this Track World Cup. I hope you're enjoying getting a bit of live coverage, and also some of the highlights of the 3 days of competition here at this Track World Cup. Another volley of attacks going on here at the front of the race. 2 more riders going clear. on the front of the race now is the rider from the Czech Republic, that's Francesc Sissa. Really fatiguing race, the points race. Sprints every 10 laps, 16 sprints in total. Straight sapping stuff, this. And the number of people in the stands getting more and more populated all the time as we head now towards the getting into evening time. Two riders almost about to take a lap here. 20 points will be on offer. Looks like King Lok Chung is the other rider in this duo who's making his way across to catch the leaders. Maintain the sprint. Now what's going to go on here? Very important moment. And Glenn O'Shea trying to get in the mix. Doesn't quite have the legs to take those points there, but he's going to go clear, so he's going to use that one. Viviani was saying took some points there with King Lok Chung, Esteban and Rocas. Trying to see where Viviani is on the track right now, but it's the Venezuelan rider who leads the race, Maximo Rocas. Glenn O'Shea also in that group, trying to take another lap, and O'Shea, if he could score some points here, take a lap, he would move into second place, because it's Liz, Lee and O'Shea are the top three riders overall in this Omnium competition. Remember, 6 different disciplines, and the rider who scores the most points at the end of the points race is the winner of the Omnium competition. 3 riders going clear. Well, they're combining well, and they are opening up what looks like almost half a lap's lead on the peloton. And they've suddenly sensed that the Australian rider Glenn O'Shea is a danger rider in here, can move up into second place, so there needs to be a reaction from the American rider Bobby Lee. Well, they've certainly got enough of an advantage now. Juan Arango is the Colombian rider in this group. Glenn O'Shea going through to the front, carrying on with his pacemaking. I know he's got a lot of fans, Glenn O'Shea. And the Venezuelan rider, Maximo Rocas, is going to move himself up here on the overall Omnium standings as well. Hashimoto still sitting on the back of the string of riders. He took a lap a little while earlier. And Glenn O'Shea now, full mask of pain as they bring themselves to that one lap to go to the next sprint. They know there'll be an acceleration in the peloton, so they need to wait until everything calms down and race across. So it's Arango, followed by Rocas, followed by O'Shea. So O'Shea scores another couple of points, puts him on 166. So don't lose count. Lucas Liss is the leader with 190, I believe. Lee is second with 179. O'Shea with 166. But if O'Shea now can cross over to the leaders here, to the peloton, sorry, he would be the leader on the track, and he would be on 186 points. He'd be 4 points behind that of Lucas Liss after 14 sprints. Only 18 laps remaining.
20 points for gaining a lap.
And they have taken the lap.
Colombia, rider 21, Venezuela, and rider 1, Australia.
Well, that might, by my reckoning, means that Lucas List is on 190, O'Shea's on 186, Lee is on 179. So Glenn O'Shea is a slender 4 points now away from taking the... I don't know why we're still being shown Hashimoto as the leader, because he's certainly can't be the leader. Unless my calculations are totally wrong.
For not holding bars properly.
"41 minutes of racing, another big attack, and it's from František Sisa on the front of the race from the Czech Republic. 14 laps of racing remaining. The top three should be Lucas List of Germany, I think, Glenn O'Shea of Australia, and Bobby Lee of the United States. Hashimoto makes another little move off the front. After this, we're going to bring you the men's sprint finals. Hashimoto still slightly off the front of this peloton. And we're coming down to the final two sprints of this Omnium competition. 2 days of competition, 6 different races. Here we go with the penultimate sprint. And Lucas List recognises he needs to score some points here. So he goes to the front of the race. Viviani is right on his wheel. He has kind of washed himself away from the main body of the race. Viviani takes 5 points. Pedersen takes the 3. List takes 2. So he will now be at 192 points.
2 points for Germany.
And that means that Glenn O'Shea, there we go. So my calculations are pretty right. That's good news, isn't it? Lucas List with 192. Glenn O'Shea 186. Bobby Lee 179. Which means that Glenn O'Shea, unless he takes a lap in the last 10 laps, will finish in 2nd place in this Omnium competition, and Lucas List would be the winner overall. So my maths is not as bad as I thought. German rider producing a great performance here. Another big attack at the front. And it's the Danish rider, Pedersen, who had started that one, but the Belarusian is now going on the attack. And it's Raman Shishku joining up with the Brazilian rider, and the Brazilian rider, Gideono Monteiro. Trio going clear with 6 laps to go, but Lucas List will be quite happy to let everyone else take the points. He's not too worried. Also in the group there is the rider from Argentina, Mauro Recchesi, the blue in that little trio. 5 laps to go. All important qualification for the World Championships and the Olympic Games. These 3 riders are not troubling the lead of the German rider. Lucas List 192. Glenn O'Shea will finish at this moment in time in silver medal position, and Bobby Lee of the United States will be in 3rd. Fantastic racing by Glenn O'Shea to take 2 laps in this race and move himself up into the silver medal position in this World Cup. 3 laps to go. Recchesi on the front. Montero in 2nd, and the Belarusian Roman Shishku in 3rd. Remembering the Minsk World Championships a couple of years ago, fantastic World Championships, very, very different. One more lap to go, and it is the Colombian rider who is going to open this sprint up. Juan Arango, and Montero is going for this one as well. Montero will take the 5, and the rest of them are elementary really. It's all down to the fact that Lucas List of Germany will win the Omnium competition. After 6 events, Glenn O'Shea of Australia will be in 2nd, and Bobby Lee of the United States of America will be on third place with 1:79.
2 points for Argentina and 1 point for Belarus.
Just recalling, there's confirmation then of the result. Elia Viviani in fourth place, Pedersen in fifth, Arango in sixth place, and there's the breakdown.